afternoon, Bobcats, and welcome to the final episode of Bbtv for the 2016-2017 school year. My name is Morgan, bringing you the news that matters. Today is Friday, May 26, 2017. For today's episode, we will once again be sharing with you a collection of some of the best events and stories we've covered this year. Let's get started. The first story is actually one of my very first news reports. Every year, my family goes all out for Halloween and creates a haunted house right in front of our yard. Check it out. What do you do on Halloween? Do you go out to trick or treat? Do you stay home and watch Netflix all night? Not the Miller House. For the past 12 years, they have put together an extravagant Halloween display with homemade tombstones, monsters, and a haunted graveyard. We talked to Mr. Miller, the man behind it all, who explains how a passion of his has inspired him to put in many hours to make it all happen.
Electronics is kind of a passion of mine, so I work on them year-round, but I would say the last week is when we really go gangbusters to get the front yard set up and get all the animatronics put out and tested.
But this isn't just a couple decorations from the store.
I'd say well over a dozen. I probably have 3 or 4 5 that are actively working today.
To keep people coming back each year, he tries to make something new each season.
Well, what's going to be different this year is the musical Tesla coils. Tesla coils were invented by a Armenian immigrant, Nikola Tesla, back in the late 1800s. And the solid-state Tesla coils are a variant in that they can be modulated to produce sound. So I hope to have 3 of them synced to music to play various hits like Addams Family, The Munsters, Close Encounters of the Third Kind, Dracula, Halloween favorites.
And if you thought this was only for family, you'd be surprised with how many visitors this haunted attraction gets.
Well, it varies from year to year, but I'd say on a good year, 200 plus, including repeats.
Many animatronics have come and gone, so of course he has his favorite.
Well, my favorite's probably my first one, which is the skeleton in the electric chair. Very simple, my very first prop I ever built. But I'd have to say my Skella Erector, and this one I really like, the zombie lunger.
If you are interested in seeing this haunted house firsthand, Mr. Miller invites all Bobcats to check it out on the corner of 167th Street and Elk Creek Crossing. For Bbtv News, this has been Morgan reporting. Electronics are obviously a big part of our lives. One common thing you see online is tips to help making using it easier. Our reporters wanted to test out some of these so-called life hacks.
What's up, Bobcats? It's Mackenzie here for your life hack. For this life hack, you will need headphones and a binder clip. Let's check it out. Okay, first, you make your headphones untangled, and then you place the clip around the earbuds and wrap the wire around the metal clips until you have reached the plug. And then you place the plug through the metal clips like that. Well, Bobcats, it looked like this hack worked. Maybe you can try it at home to keep your headphones untangled.
Krispy Kremes are one of the most popular donuts you can buy, and when the company offers customers a free dozen donuts to dress up like a pirate, you better believe there's a story. Bbtv reporter Lauren found out just how popular this event was.
At Krispy Kreme Donuts, you would expect to see things like dough raising, rivers of oil, and the waterfall of frosting in cases of delicious donuts. But what you would not expect to hear is...
We're doing Pirate Day, where we give out a free dozen donuts to anybody who dresses like a pirate. Yeah, we do this once a year, but then we have other days where we give away donuts.
This yearly event certainly draws a crowd. And when this many people come to claim a dozen free donuts, the numbers given away begin to add up fast.
Who knows? Thousands, tens of thousands.
For Bbtv News, this has been Lauren reporting.
There are a lot of bands on the radio these days, but few are more popular among Bobcats as 21 Pilots. After playing a sellout show in the CenturyLink Center, a few of our BBTV reporters decided to break down the concert and find out what Bobcats thought of it.
Unclassifiable in history making, many Bobcats enjoy listening to the band 21 Pilots. Bbtv reporter Willa and I went out to see what some Bobcats' opinions were of the concert.
My favorite part of the 21 Pilots concert was getting to be just in the same room as Tyler and Josh.
The show and why?
As weird as it sounds, my favorite part was the beginning because everybody got so excited, and that was probably one of the loudest parts. So it was just that the vibe totally changed right then, and it was super fun.
So when like Tyler was like went backstage, and then Josh was doing that like drum scene with Blurryface, and he had to like defeat Blurryface, if you know who that is.
Okay, thank you.
So what I was surprised to see is that there were so many confiscated ukuleles. I laughed because there were like 12 of them on one table.
Kind of expected Josh to talk a little bit, but since he has some anxiety, I wasn't too surprised, but I would have
I'm not really sure it was just really cool. The screens that they picked for the background and everything was kind of not the same, but it had like the same scheme and stuff, and it was just all really pretty.
I think that the fact that there was red confetti that sprayed out of confetti cannons at the end, it was amazing.
I would definitely go again, obviously. And on a scale of 1 to 10, I would put them over 9,000.
An answer? I really liked it a lot, like probably out of 12, and I would definitely go again in a heartbeat if I could.
I would definitely go again. I don't really know how I would rate it because I liked it a lot. So probably the highest it could be like 5 out of 5 or whatever it is.
100 out of 10.
For Bobcats, the 2016-2017 school year meant 3 things: spinners, slime, and water bottle flipping. Throughout the year, we featured these three things in several special BBTV reports. One memorable segment was when we went out to see how difficult water bottle flipping actually was.
Today our focus will be on a simple but addicting thing. We're talking about flipping water bottles. The trend started after YouTuber Arlington Johnson uploaded a video of him at a senior talent show. His talent, flipping a water bottle. As simple as the concept sounds, his video has raked in over 5.5 million views in less than 4 months. We went out to see if any of our Bobcats had the same talent. Check it out.
November was election month for the United States, and it seemed that you couldn't turn on the TV without seeing some sort of political coverage. On election night, we decided to join in on the reporting to bring you all the results.
Good afternoon, Bobcats. I'm Laura, here to get you updated with all of last night's election results. The big prize up for grabs was obviously the office of the President of the United States. Well, the American people have spoken, and the next president of our country is Donald Trump. He beat out Democratic rival Hillary Clinton, and it's a very surprising victory. In order to win, a candidate must receive 270 electoral votes. Mr. Trump ended with 276, and Ms. Clinton ended with 218. The key to Trump's victory was surprise wins in key swing states such as Florida, Pennsylvania, Ohio, and Iowa. But how did he do right here in Nebraska? Well, historically, our state has always voted Republican, so it's no surprise he won our state, but how close was it? Trump earned 60% of the votes, and Hillary Clinton earned 34%. The presidential vote gets the vast majority of the attention on election year, but it's definitely not the only thing on the ballots. What else was voted on in Nebraska? The biggest issues facing Nebraska voters was the death penalty law. It was recently taken away from our state, and voters had to decide if they wanted it back. After all the votes were counted, it was clear that Nebraskans do want it back. The vote passed about 4-1 for those in favor of restoring the controversial act. Another thing voters decided yesterday was who will represent our district in the U.S. Representatives. The two contenders were Brad Ashford and Don Bacon. As of this morning, the race is still too close to call. Currently, Bacon has a slight lead of 49%, and Ashford is right behind him at 47%. Because not every vote has been counted, both candidates will have to wait before the news is official one way or another. This has been Laura getting you caught up with the election results and this Bbtv special report. Have a great day, Bobcats.
When something happens for the first time in over 100 years, you better believe it's big news. This was the case for the 2016 Baseball World Series. The Chicago Cubs finally broke the curse to bring home the championship. We know there are a lot of Cub fans in our building, so we took the opportunity to celebrate them. The best thing about smartphones are all the different apps you can put on them. Our Bbtv reporters found a pretty interesting one called Chicken Scream. We tested it out and had so much fun that we decided to share with you the results.
It looks like we landed on the must-have app, which means we'll be focusing on a popular app that we think you should download. For today, we think you should download Chicken Scream. This is a new game that consists of a chicken in an obstacle course. To make the chicken move forward, instead of tapping or pressing your screen, you talk or sing softly, and when you want the chicken to jump, you scream. We think you will have a lot of fun playing this game with your friends to see who can get the highest score. Check out this footage of a few Bobcats playing the game.
Okay, I can't do this.
After seeing a unique talent from one individual student, Mr. Torpin created a special segment called the Sit Down with Miracle. Here, Bbtv reporter Miracle Davis sat down to interview a variety of special guests on a variety of different topics.
What's up, Bobcats? It's Miracle here with another Bbtv Sit Down. Today's special guest is the director of the instrumental music for Buffett, Mr. John Meyer. Okay, so first off, good afternoon. This is Bbtv reporter Miracle sitting here with Samantha Pollard, who is the communications manager for the American Red Cross Blood Services for the state of Nebraska. Good afternoon, Bobcats. This is Miracle here with another Bbtv Sit Down. Today's special guest is Buffer's computer apps teacher and girls soccer coach, Mr. Schaefer. Okay, good afternoon, Bobcats. This is Miracle here with another Bbtv Sit Down. Today's special guest is reading teacher and head Buffalo lacrosse coach, Mr. Heber.
Today, for our final video, we take you to the music corner. Here, reporters Sam and Willa created something very special. On a Saturday afternoon in the fall, the two girls took a road trip to Fremont, Nebraska to meet up with a local rock band, filming their latest music video. The result was a fantastic news package that actually earned them the first place in a statewide video competition.
If you ask somebody to name a band, they might say something like 21 Pilots, Panic at the Disco, or One Direction.
but most likely they won't name a local band from Omaha. We caught up with the Through Fire founding member Justin McCain to find out what this local band has to say about being a band from the middle of the Midwest.
We're from here. We're very proud of the fact that we're from Omaha, and just to be able to put our mark on the music scene, not only locally but we're hopefully globally.
And globally isn't that far of a stretch. If you think just because this band is from Omaha doesn't mean they made it big, you might be wrong. For example, their songs have been on the mainstream rock charts and featured in WWE and the popular show Criminal Minds.
It's pretty surreal, It's definitely very, very cool. It doesn't get old. It's not, it's not like, for example, if I hear our song on the radio, I'm not like, oh, it's our song on the radio again, no big deal. It's always new to me, it's always like every opportunity we're so grateful for that it always stays exciting, so just think about how many bands are out there and how many songs exist in the world. So to get our song on WWE, it's pretty incredible. So it's an awesome feeling, and we're very grateful for the opportunities that we've seen.
When you think of airports, you typically think of things like airplanes, but what you don't think of is shooting a music video.
We are in Fremont, Nebraska, and we're at a airplane hangar, getting ready to shoot the video for our next single, Breathe. And today we're just going to get some band shots, kind of the background. Everyone's setting stuff up now, but it's going to look completely different once the lights go out, and it's going to be cool.
If you're curious to know what this music video is going to sound like, Justin explains what to expect for a fan who's never played one of their songs.
Well, we're definitely rock, so some may call us hard rock, some may call us active rock, or whatever it is, we're rock.
Reporting from the latest music video shoot of Through Fire, this has been reporter Sam Shaw with photographer Willa for Bbtv.
That's all the time we have this year for Bbtv. Signing off for Bbtv one last time, this has been Morgan Miller. It's been an honor serving you as an official B-Day main anchor. However, creating Bbtv is definitely a team effort, and we couldn't have done it without
Jordan Oliver,
Cole Molson,
Owen Decker, Abion Flores,
Samantha Shaw,
Jason Hopkins,
Gavin Nichols,
Ellie Powers,
Miracle Davis,
Julian Kemper, Savannah Bilt,
Jackson Tuttle,
Mackenzie Lewis,
Giovanni Mangiamelli,
Maylee Owen,
Ryan Nick,
Alyssa Fleck, Emmy Badge,
Tyler Sandoval,
Julia Mylenbush,